Jeff Heggie, Daily Success Strategies. Thanks for being with me today. Hope things are going great. I hope your week has been fantastic, and I hope you're enjoying the episodes this week. What I want to talk about today is the mindset and mentality that you need to get to the next level, whether you're working on your life, your business, your sport, your relationships, any of those things. What does it take to get to the next level? So I was going through a training today, and a story was being told that reminded me of a book that I read quite some time ago. So I looked it up, and I finished reading the book on May 1st of 2002. So it was 19 years ago today I was reading this book. But there's a story in there that I want to relate some of the story because it'll help us talk about what I want to discuss today. So in that book, Hyrum Smith talked about bringing a 120-foot I-beam into your front yard. 120-foot long, 6-inch ledge on the top and bottom. If we put that down in your front yard and put a $20 bill on the end, are you willing to get up on that I-beam and walk to the other end to get that $20 bill? Probably pretty easy for you to do. Not a lot of risk involved or anything like that. Now, I read this book in 2002. It was written, I don't know when it was written, but it was obviously before 9/11, because the next part he talked about is we take that I-beam, put it on a truck, and we haul it to New York City. We get a big crane and we get it to the top of the World Trade Centers. Now, the World Trade Centers, they were 1,360 feet tall. We secure one end of the beam on one of them, one end of the beam on the other. Now, to add to it, we've got wind. We've got a 40-mile-an-hour wind. We've got rain. And if you've ever been on the top of a big building when it's windy, they will sway. And according to what he wrote in the book, the World Trade Centers were engineered to sway up to 30 feet. And so the building's moving, it's raining, it's cold. Now, if we put a $20 bill on the other end, are you going to be willing to walk across and get that $20 bill? Chances are pretty low on that. Now, just to clarify this, in the book, he's talking about discovering your governing values. And that's not what we're talking about here, but it's going to be applicable. Now, what if it was $100? You're probably still not going to do it. $1,000. You can probably put a lot of money on there, and unless you're trained as a high wire walker or something, you have no safety net, you have no safety equipment. You're not going to cross that beam. But let's change the scenario a bit. You're on one of the buildings. Across the beam on the other side, there's only one other person. It's your 2-year-old child or your 2-year-old grandchild, whichever you want to look at it as. And they look across and they see you on the other side. And you can see the delight in their eye. They can see you and they want to be with you, and they climb up on the end of the beam on that side. What do you do at that time? Chances are you're not going to hesitate. You're going to sprint across that beam to make sure they don't crawl out there. So in the book, as he's talking about governing values, he talks about, what are you willing to cross the beam for? And I want you to look at it in a little different light. Now, going across there to save that child, you're going to do it in the face of danger. You're going to do it regardless of what your confidence in yourself is. You're going to do it regardless of the haters that you had on social media this morning. Maybe you had a fight with your spouse in the morning. All those things are pushed aside. Those aren't things that are even going to impact whether or not you're going to cross that beam. So when we're looking at taking our life, our business, our sport, whatever it is that we're looking at, when we're looking at taking those to the next level, what is your commitment and your willingness to do the things that you need to? Because a lot of people say, yeah, I want to get to the next level, but then they get distracted because a hater on social media was saying stuff and it sidetracks them. They had a fight. They don't have the confidence. They have too many limiting beliefs. They need to make a decision that they're committed to getting to the next level. I've had a previous podcast that I talked about decisions. To make a decision means to cut off all other options. And when you can make that decision, then The other options don't exist anymore. You're going to make it happen. So what if you made that same level of decision that you use to cross the beam to get to your next level of life? What if you were that committed that you were willing to run across that 120-foot beam in 40-mile-an-hour wind, in rain, 1,360 feet in the air? What if you were that committed to your next level of success? Because that's what you need if you really want to be successful. If you really want to get to the pinnacle of what you're capable of, you need to be able to make those decisions and be committed to them and do the things that you need to get across that beam. The height of the beam can't scare you. The length of the beam can't scare you. Your own limiting beliefs can't stop you from doing that. When you make that decision, a true decision that everything else is cut off and you're committed, you're going to find the way. So it's something I want you to think about. I want you to think about, one, what would you cross the beam for? And two, whatever that is that you're saying, I would cross the beam for X, whatever X is, that's the same level of decision you need to have to take your life, your business, your parenting, your relationship, your achievement as an athlete, whatever it is, to take them to the next level. Now, this is something I talk about a lot. Like, we talk about the mindset, we talk about getting to the next level. And mindset.jeffheggie.com, if you want to really put these things into practice, if you want to work with me and really get things to the next level, my High Achievers Mindset Secrets course is definitely the way that'll help you do that. We've got the course, which is a 6-module course that's going to really accelerate you getting where you need to go. The other part is we've got the Academy, which is the 6-module course plus my one-on-one coaching. That is probably the peak of what I have to offer, because it's where I'm seeing the best results. It's where I'm seeing people do amazing things. And then we also have the team program, whether you're an athletic team, whether you're a sales team, an executive team, we do the same thing. Everyone goes through the course, and then we've got some group coaching. So if you're a person that's ready to commit, that you want to get to the next level, that you want to make that decision to cut off all other options, and you want to cross that beam and get your sport, your business, your life, all those things to the next level, go to mindset.jeffheggie.com, take a look at that, sign up for the course, or just DM me or email me at jeff@jeffheggie.com, and let's get this going, because I know these are the things that are going to help you to get across that beam. Thanks for being with me again. Tomorrow I've got another great episode with Chris. He's going to talk about the things that we can learn from success, the things we can learn from failure, because there's lessons in both of them. But thanks for being with me. Please go check those things out. Talk to you soon.